Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode in the series all about guitar. My name is Riz7 and this is a podcast on all areas of guitaring that just might take your playing to the next level. This episode looks at the parts that make up the guitar's structure. There are two strap lugs that connect the guitar strap to the guitar body. They are usually made of metal with a chrome finish. A plastic or felt washer is used to protect the guitar body. Modern lugs now use quick snap connectors. The scratch plate protects the guitar body and covers the internal electrics. It has a large influence on the looks of a guitar, and they are normally made of a hard plastic. The pickups are blocks of wound wire with a magnet for each string. Each magnet is directly under a string, converting the string's vibrations to electric current, which is processed elsewhere in the guitar and finally sent to the amplifier. There are usually between 1 to 3 pickups on a guitar. Pickups near the bridge tend to transmit more treble in the output, and pickups near the neck tend to transmit more bass in the output. The pickup body is normally a hard plastic. Most electric guitars have a volume control and usually one or more tone controls. The tone controls adjust the amount of treble from the pickups. There can be a volume and tone control for each pickup. They are usually made of plastic with a range from 0 to 10. The selector toggle determines which pickups are switched on. It can toggle between all, some, or only one of the available pickups. This enables much more sound control than just volume and tone. The jack socket and plate send the final audio out to the amplifier. A normal guitar cable plugs into this socket and is internally held with a click. The jack socket and plate are usually metal with a chrome finish. The bridge is where the strings are connected to the guitar body. There is normally a metal block called a saddle for each string that controls the tuning and height of the string. In the episode Tuning the Guitar and Strings, the saddles are explained in detail. The bridge is usually made of metal with a chrome finish. There is sometimes a bar connected to the bridge called a whammy bar. This bar is used to tilt the bridge section forward or backward, which respectively slackens or tightens the strings, causing the strings to go down or up in tone. The whammy bar has been used for decades to add special effects sounds to guitar play. It is usually metal with a chrome finish. The neck is typically made from a strong wood, or more expensively a carbon fibre. The better the wood, the better the string tone, and less tuning distortion from the high tension set up by the strings. The fretboard is usually made from maple or rosewood, strong woods that resist wear from the continuous pressing down of strings onto the surface. The frets are laid out to tune each string accurately to each available note. The player's fingers press down the strings just behind the frets to effectively change the length of the string, causing the string to play a higher or lower note. The frets are usually made from a compound of nickel and silver. Inlays come in many different colours and shapes. They aid the player in defining where the different levels of frets are on the fretboard. They are usually inlaid at the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th and 12th fret positions. The 12th position is usually 2 inlays to define the start of the next octave up the neck. Inlays are usually made from a pearl or wood material. The nut is set as the beginning of the string's tuning. It is also known as the 1st fret. Open chords take advantage of the nut, so only a few strings need to be held down with fingers. There is a version of the nut called a locking nut. The locking nut clamps down the strings when they've been tuned to prevent the strings from detuning, especially when using a whammy bar. The nut is usually made from bone, carbon fibre or a very hard plastic. The truss rod runs down the centre of the neck from top to bottom. It is used to tighten and bow the neck along its length, or loosen and straighten the neck. The bowing or straightening of the neck along its length is to adjust the distance from the fretboard to the strings. This is called the action. In the episode Tuning the Guitar and Strings, setting the action is explained in detail. Truss rods are usually made from a strong metal, but not chrome finished. The machine heads are where the strings are connected to the top of the guitar. Each string is fed through a hole in its respective machine head and wound around a few times. The machine head handles are then turned, causing each string to tighten up until each string is tuned to its correct pitch or note. Sometimes a guitar has string trees on the headstock. These trees help guide certain strings towards their machine head. They are usually made of metal with a chrome finish. Many guitars have access to the upper end of the neck's truss rod for tightening or loosening the truss rod. There is usually a plastic cover over this entrance. There is a small metal plate on the back of most guitar bodies. Many times this is the access point to the lower end of the truss rod for tightening or loosening the truss rod. This, my friends, brings us to the end of part 1 of the All About Guitar video tutorial series. I hope you tune in to part 2 of this tutorial that will reveal how to fine-tune the actual guitar and then tune the strings. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, there's something we can all do to take our playing to the next level.